Craft and Vendor Show was at the Adams County Fairground a little earlier today. There was about 47 vendors selling a variety of products. The show has grown after starting a decade ago in Good Samaritan Village, and the goal remains the same: help small business owners gain clientele.
The event's important because, as I said, it gives small businesses, at-home businesses, an opportunity to have a public forum for their products, basically. I mean, instead of just online or through Facebook, they can have a market.
Crawford says one advantage of events like the one today is it allows vendors to build relationships with people in the community.
It's a special sales because we have people that have to do their homemade crafts and things, and it's gifts and items that you won't find in the store.
Dury says craft and vendor shows are always a good place to find something different, and it's fun to see all the creative items people make.